Welcome to Behind the Design with the East Tennessee Community Design Center, where we showcase local talent to take a deep dive into all things design, history, community planning, and more. Stay tuned to learn something new.
The Community Collaborative is a focused effort between multiple organizations on the challenges facing our communities. Our goal is to highlight an area's history, bring awareness to its future potential, and then promote sustainable growth. Each year, an area of focus is determined for imagining future development. Through community input, firms, student groups, and more are able to create designs and concepts that match the area's needs. The Collaborative is a vehicle for us to envision the possibilities of our region.
For 2023 and 2024, the focus of the Community Collaborative was on an area we refer to as the North Broadway Corridor. This is an area which stretches along Broadway from Pembroke Avenue in the south to I-640 in the north. In the autumn of 2023, architecture students from UT created designs for a potential future of Northgate Plaza. Their work imagined developments including recreation, housing, community spaces, and greenways.
East Tennessee Community Design Center, in a way, adopted that area and asked our students to get involved with a vision to the future. The student involvement is fascinating. One reason is because they don't have any agenda for owning property, making money, losing money, being an employer. Their agenda is just imagining the future. And I think they break the ice in helping us think about what if.
As a student, majority of that semester was spent researching just the general area. During that research phase, we tried to collect as much information as we could. We sent out a community survey through United Way. We looked at everything that we possibly could, climate, building codes, demographic information like average household income. We developed a list of programs that we thought would fit the needs of the community and of Knoxville as a whole. And that list was pretty extensive. We had missing middle housing, we had high-rise hotels, we had community centers, new headquarters for United Way, and then a new stadium for the Knoxville Ice Bears. I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless for a place like this.
In late June of 2024, we held 2 Vision Nights. These were community input sessions held at the offices of United Way, which gave interested locals a chance to tell us what they would like to see in the revitalization of this corridor.
This gives us an opportunity to all just focus together on one single area, one single site, and to really bring different perspectives to the table. So when you bring all those ideas together, what you're going to get out is something much greater than if just one person or one organization was looking at it.
What I love about Legacy Parks being a part of this project is we see the opportunity with an old shopping center, which we've seen many of those. How do you lessen the paved areas? How do you integrate green space back into an area that was green before, especially in sort of a densely populated urban area?
The city is working toward implementation with the Tennessee Department of Transportation on the accelerated bus corridor that will travel down Broadway, and this will provide much more rapid bus system along that corridor, so it will allow more opportunities for people to access the Northgate Shopping Center via transit. You know, I'm just really excited to have something close by that we can walk and bike to from our houses.
In July and August, local architects, planners, and other designers formed teams to participate in a design competition that utilized the community input to create their own versions of what the corridor could become in the future.
So right now it's a series of strip malls and retail areas in kind of the north side of Broadway. For the most part, it sits kind of underutilized. There's a vast amount of parking space, and for the most part, those shopping centers sit pretty empty. The first approach was thinking about pedestrians, second is housing, and third is culture. So when you think about healthy communities, those are really the things that come to the forefront.
Having the lifestyle of people who lives there, like they use bike a lot, so implementing bike lanes and transportation stops, so they can just walk around the space and do whatever they need and they want to just by walking, by bike.
We know that they want to see something different, and so we wanted to give kind of a mix of big box, small footprint, and sort of medium footprint buildings, so that it really is kind of a community with different scales of architecture.
And we're hoping that this can provide a greater sense of community, a sense of ownership of you could potentially get most of your needs met within just a couple miles. And then of course there's gonna be certain things where you still have the option to get on a bus and go someplace else or drive. That's always gonna be the case. And then they also mentioned green spaces. There's a flood zone close by that it has flooded in the past, it will flood again. And it's one thing if a baseball field or a basketball court or a greenway floods compared to a shopping center or people's homes. So we've allocated a certain area to that for green spaces. So when it does flood next year, 10 years from now, the damage will be minimal.
We really felt like this was a site that was ripe, that had enough square footage, enough acreage where people could potentially live and work all within the same number of blocks, but also where it could have almost a semi-mini downtown area to the surrounding residential neighborhoods, because there's a number of residential neighborhoods surrounding that site.
And then hopefully bring some an art center to that area, because we think it's something that they lack there, and just try and make an own neighborhood in North Broadway.
I think a project like this would really set a precedent in Knoxville for everybody going forward. We've shown them how to develop something that the public needs and wants, how to work within the environment, and then architecturally, and planning, how do we make this comfortable and walkable? I think those are some big things that could really carry forward through other projects in the city.
Thank you for watching this episode of Behind the Design. Visit our website today to get involved with the Design Center. We'll see you next time.